How we
Let's
doing?
do it, bro. We're here. We just made it to fucking Uluwatu. What do you think?
Bro, I mean, Bali in general, just unbelievable.
Yeah, yeah.
This place is quite the view. It's unbelievable, bro. It feels like I've entered heaven. That's what I was saying the other night. We were at the beach, bro. It's unreal. I can't believe I haven't been to Bali yet until now.
Yeah, well, because like you were saying, like a lot of people shit on Bali,
Yeah.
and
That was me.
you're one of the guys shitting on
Yeah,
Bali.
yeah.
Yeah. Now coming, what's your take on Bali? Like, how do you find it as a place for an entrepreneur?
It's perfect, bro. I see why all types of people come here. From people that are just making their first bit of money online to the guys that I know that are here that are making like millions per month. Like, it has everything that you could ever want out of a place.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
find myself, I'm going to spend so much time here in the future. I already know it. Like, I'm going to be back. We're leaving in a week, but we're going to be back next month for sure.
Dope.
Yeah.
That's it, bro. Well, bro, the first time I ever met you was like a year and a half ago now, I think. I was fucking trolling. I was making like 5K a month, 10K a month. You were working at WAP. What's kind of happened over the last year and a half to now in terms of like business, what you guys are doing now? Yeah.
Yeah. Not too much has changed, but there's been a lot of growth. So when I met you at WAP, I was working there, building out a clipping agency and working with them while they're building out the software for clipping agencies. I spent about 7 months at WAP. I think I met you actually right at the beginning when I started working there.
Yeah.
And then scaled that up there. And then just realized that like I could do this from anywhere. I've been an entrepreneur for 4 years. Didn't really need to be in New York, based out of there. And so I was like, I miss traveling. And so I'm doing the same thing I was doing. I'm not like full-time at WAP anymore. I work more closely alongside with the Content Rewards team who built.
Yep.
They now control the software. They like rebuilt it. They own it. Daniel Bitton and them.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm just running a clipping agency. We've worked with some pretty crazy people. A lot of names I can't say, but names that most people listening to this know.
Fire.
We're expanding into like so many different niches. We've had clients from like some of the biggest artists in the world, some of the biggest streamers in the world, some pretty big companies. I was talking to a Fortune 500 company this week. Pitched them on a 6-figure budget. I actually don't think that is going to go through, but we're making lots of progress and getting in rooms
Yeah.
with the right types of people with the agency. And just been scaling that.
Dope. What do you see the future with clipping? Like, I know you were saying the other day, FB ads was like 2016, now coming into 2026. Like, what do you think the future is with content, with clipping?
Yeah, so the way I look at it is right now there's about $1 trillion every year spent on advertising. This is Facebook ads, Google ads, Billboard, like all types of advertising. The total pool of that is about $1 trillion per year. And I think that a huge portion of that is about to get flooded into clipping. We already see it a lot. Like, there's more and more people spending millions per month on clipping. But typically the people that you see is like streamers, entertainers, those types of people. But what's starting to pop up more and more now is businesses using clipping as a tool to bring more awareness to their brand and actually drive sales. Like, a lot of people look at clipping and they wouldn't assume it's profitable. But for almost all of our clients that we're running clipping for, it's tracked and it's extremely profitable. It's the
Sick.
cheapest form of advertising that exists. I mean, if you see a clip on your For You page, if you're watching this in the clip format, like, you don't know if I'm paying
You're
for
watching
this
the
to
clips
be in
right
front of
now,
you or
yeah,
not. Yeah. And so it's like people trust it a lot more than like an ad. I don't remember the last time I've watched an ad or bought something from an ad. If I've watched something from TV ads. And so I honestly say give it like another 3 years and there's going to be like hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars spent every single year on clipping.
And how does the whole process work? Like, if I was one of your clients, we gave you a bunch of content, we're like, yo, I just want to, here's 20K, I want to blow up. Like, what would you actually do?
Yeah, so I guess the first step is to figure out the strategy. I think that, like, I have a lot of people come to me, they're like, yo, like, I want to blow up, like, here's a budget. But I'm like, the first question I ask is, okay, what type of content are we working with? And then if the content's not good, I have to figure out how we can get you to make good content. And so if you give me a shitty piece of content and I post it 10,000 times, nothing's going to happen except I'll probably get like 50 to 500 views on it 10,000 times, which, yeah, that's views, but that's not like high quality views. We like to deliver high quality views and actually have videos go viral for our clients. And so figure out the strategy first. That's kind of why my agency's name is Propaganda. We figure out how to frame the content. Like yesterday I had a call with someone who runs the biggest peptide company in the UK and Brazil.
Yeah.
And he said that there's a news doc dropping tomorrow where they're going to be painted in a really bad light. And they want to like push back on that and like make sure that they have their own perspective and their story is being told as well. So it's not just like this narrative that like, oh yeah, these guys are selling Chinese peptides.
Yeah.
And so the first thing I did was like, okay, cool. What content do you have that you can give me that we can clip? And they told me, and I was like, okay, this we can't work with. So what can we do? Who can you film with? How can we do this in a way that'll make it work?
Yeah.
First thing he said is, yo, I'm not gonna drop the guy's name, but one of the biggest streamers in the UK, he's really good friends with, and he was like, yeah, I'm pulling up on him right now, and I was like, perfect. You need to film with him, and you guys just need to talk about what you do.
Yeah.
Because people will stop and actually watch the clip if they see this guy that they know, but it's you talking. So you're kind of stealing his frame, and you're talking about what you're doing. From there, once someone gives me like a good piece of content, whether it's like a podcast or YouTube videos or just like a piece of content that they've posted that's gone viral and worked, we set up a campaign on WAP. Like I'll take the budget, put it inside of a campaign, set up a bunch of rules and guidelines so we can set it up however we want. Like if you want the pages to look like you, Finn Kwong clips, we can do that. If you want it to like be where you can't tell that you're paying for clipping, we can do that. Like we have this guy in Belgrade we're working for. He doesn't want people to know he's spending money on clipping. And so it's coming from pages that you won't ever know that he's spending money on clipping, but it's working really well. So we can set up the pages however we want, get the clippers to post content in any style we want, and then we'll source clippers. We have over 100,000 in a network.
Fuck.
And so we'll
That's cracked.
typically our average campaign will get anywhere from like 1,000 to 6,000 or 7,000 clippers. And then depending on the budget, anywhere from like 2,000 clips all the way up to some campaigns we've had like 18, 19,000 clips posted.
Yeah.
And then generate a ton of views, a ton of attention, and saturate the feeds.
Fuck, that's cracked. Yeah, because I've been like, that new Michael Jackson movie's out.
Yeah.
And someone must be clipping for the movie.
You never know, bro.
Because I'm scrolling, bro, and all I'm getting is Michael Jackson, like all these old videos of like when he used to perform and all this stuff. And then it's making me want to watch the movie more and more and more. To the point where like, yeah, eventually I'll just go and watch the movie. So I feel like they're using it for everything nowadays.
And you never know. Like you see clips and you're like, is this actually organic or is this being pushed from somewhere? And 9 times out of 10, bro, it's actually being pushed. Like,
damn.
If you take a look at some of the things that have gone on, like you look into politics, there's a lot of money being spent on clipping already, and most people don't know about it.
That's crazy. I mean, it makes sense. Like, there's so many people now that are just brain rotting, doom scrolling all day, and like, without even realizing, you basically create this narrative in your head of what you think about a person before you even met them, because you just scrolled all their content.
100%. And if you know how to actually like frame things right, it could be so powerful. Like we named our agency Propaganda when we launched it, because I was like, oh sick, this is like, we're kind of doing propaganda. But at the time we weren't actually. I didn't even know how to do that if I wanted to. And then I read a few books that are like really old about propaganda, and I learned how like propaganda actually used to be done before social media was a thing. It's really interesting if you actually look into it. Like back when like newspapers was like the main source of media, there was people that were actual propagandists, and what they would do was they would basically reach out to doctors and lawyers and people in trusted professions, and I don't know if they would pay them, but they would get them to basically give their opinion, which is like it's how breakfast became a thing. That was propaganda. Breakfast wasn't like, it wasn't a thing before someone made it an agenda. I think it was the guy from Kellogg's. He had an agenda. He wanted to make money. So he went and found a doctor to basically say, hey, you need to eat breakfast if you want to like live a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
And then they push that out with someone that has a lot of authority. They push it out through like newspapers. And then it turned into radio. They would get radio hosts. They controlled the radio host, and the radio host would maybe interview someone that's really trusted, get them to say what they'd want, and it get pushed out to everyone that was listening to that. Then it turned into news anchors and TV anchors, and those people are viewed as like really trusted. And so anything that comes out of their mouth is pretty much typically controlled, and people would trust. And so people in power would like make sure that they're pushing whatever narrative that they want. Now it's been kind of monopolized or democratized, where like anyone can kind of just like run a campaign and push whatever they want. Yeah. The people that are smart, they make sure they frame it right, and they're having it come from like trusted source, and then they push it out into like the feed and the media. Yeah.
And who do you mainly work with when it comes to clipping? Like, is it entrepreneurs, streamers, music artists? Like, who do you prefer to work with, or do you just work with anyone?
So my business has been pretty much referrals for the last like 7 months now. And so I've worked with like all types of people, pretty much any niche you can name. I've probably ran a campaign in. It is always fun when I work with like artists that I listen to, I really like with, but I would say that's not my main focus like long term, just because I don't think there's like too much money in it. My big goal is government contracts. Like what I've been chasing for the last 7 months is tourism marketing with clipping. And so if you look at Dubai, I'm set up in Dubai, getting an apartment there this summer. And the only reason that I have ever went to Dubai or wanted to go to Dubai is because I saw clips on my For You page since I was like 16. They spend $400 million a year on tourism marketing. I don't know how much of that is actually clipping. I would assume they're pretty advanced. They know what they're doing. I'd assume they're spending a lot on short form. Maybe it's not in the same model that I do. But there's so much money that countries have to spend, and it's spent so inefficiently. It's the best form of advertising right now. I want to be able to go pitch a country and be like, hey, give me $5 million a year, and I can bring another 250, 300, 400, 500,000, however many people they want to come to their country a year. I can do that with clipping if I have the right budget to work with.
Yeah.
And so that's my long-term goal. It's just because, like, I want to go where the most money is and scale this to the point where we manage, like, billions of dollars in spend. My big vision goal with this is, like, to manage $1 billion in spend. It's the first goal, then from there we'll scale it from there.
Okay. And how is it like logistically? Because I'm obviously a creator. I have a team. We push out not that much content, probably around like 20 reels a month, YouTube. How is it logistically when you're getting into like the 10,000 a month like reels posted? Is that like a bit of a nightmare? Is it easy to manage? Have you dialed in the system now?
Yeah, so it's actually way simpler than most people would think. I used to run a traditional short form content agency. That was a nightmare, where you hire an editor for a client, deliver 30, 60, 90 reels, because you're the one that has to sit there, quality check them, and also when someone's paying you that much money, whatever it is, like you charge a 5K retainer for 30 reels or whatever, if those reels don't perform, the client's unhappy. They have to perform. With this, the way it's set up is the clippers get paid based off every 1,000 views they get. We set a rate. Let's say it's $1. It's a very typical rate. And then when they make a clip, they post it. We don't pay them if it doesn't get views or if it's not high quality. So for us to manage it, it's really simple. We just build a campaign, we launch it, we tell our clippers about it, and then thousands will join, thousands of clips get posted. The only thing that's like even a bit complex is like, okay, how do we actually review 10,000 clips now and make sure that they're okay, and make sure that like they meet the standard, make sure that there's no botted views. But we have a team now and the system's out, and it's pretty easy to train someone on like what a good clip looks like, especially when you're hiring clippers. Our team is literally just like our best clippers. They end up working for us now because they understand what good content looks like. They understand this whole space, and so it's been relatively simple. But I don't really manage too much on the back end. That's all Danilo. I'm just sales and marketing. I'm the one that's here to make sure that we close like 6-figure, 7-figure deals.
Sick. How has it been in terms of like lifestyle freedom wise since like kind of just going super hard on clipping and kind of doing more of your own thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's been, it provides the lifestyle if you want it. I haven't really tapped into that too much. I guess last summer you could say I went pretty hard on lifestyle. But I've just been in a phase with business where like I have no urge to like do lifestyle stuff. I guess I'm in Bali, but like we haven't done anything. I haven't gone out in 6 months. This is going to be my first time tonight going out, even having a bit of fun. The last 6 months it's just been head down, working every day, waking up, just grinding. Like, but it's because I have so much momentum and it's so fun every day doing what I'm doing. Like, bro, that call last night when that dude was like, there's this news media source dropping a hit piece on me. How can we push back against that? It just makes me like, I get so much energy when I like think about stuff like that and figure out how to actually execute on stuff like that. It's like so fun and creative to work on. Every day I wake up with so much energy. And so, but if someone's getting into this, like into business for lifestyle, which is like the main reason I got into business in the first place, clipping agency is probably the number one model you can hop into right now. It provides everything you need. It doesn't require, once you get your network of clippers, like you have 100,000 to get started, you maybe need 20, 30, 50, and then obviously scale up to the point where you maybe have a couple thousand clippers under you. Once you have a pool of clippers, all you have to do is get a client, set up a campaign, and then they are doing all the fulfillment and work. It's just you just making sure everything's running smoothly. And so we can just sign clients and scale like really hard because it's not any work on our end other than closing deals and then just managing the team. Yeah.
And just do it from wherever in the world?
Wherever in the world. Yeah. And the cool thing is like, bro, this is the perfect lifestyle business because when you travel and you meet people in person, they become clients. Almost like, I don't know, I've met like 16 people here. I think 4 or 5 of them are becoming clients now.
Damn.
Just like by being here. And so it's like, this is the perfect lifestyle business if someone's like, they want to just go travel and do stuff. Because you just go somewhere, meet some, bro, the dude who owns this villa, he might become a client. He was talking about some people he knows, bro.
Bro, he makes $1,000 an hour.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I think like it's pretty crucial, like for the type of businesses that we're running, is like just traveling around like constantly. Like I can't stay in one country. Like you just can't scale efficiently. Even if you do spend a lot of time traveling and like moving around, it's like so worth it at the end of the day, because you just build this completely different relationship with someone when you actually like live with them, go out for dinner with them, do shit with them that you wouldn't over like 10 Zoom calls, 20 Zoom calls, bro.
Absolutely not, bro. I think going to the club with someone for one night is way more effective to turn into a business relationship than like 5 Zoom calls could ever provide.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Like, that is probably the best way to network, actually. Like, everyone that I know that is really successful, like, I have a friend that I met 2 years ago, and he was making, like, let's say, like, $200,000 a month.
Damn.
He's at, like, $2 million a month now. And I was, like, so confused when I saw that, because I'm like, bro, this dude does nothing but fucking party. He's, like, if he was here right now, he'd be going where we're going tonight.
Yeah.
And when he's in Dubai, he's going where everyone's going, and he's always at the best tables. And he's meeting extremely wealthy people there, and he just met them, became friends with them, and then made business deals happen. And he's made like 2 plays that are like generational plays.
Fuck.
He's like
That's wild.
ripping so hard right now. And like his business partner, his brother, stays at home and works all the time.
Yeah.
But he's like out here making deals happen that are actually like 7-figure, 8-figure plays, just by like partying with like the right people.
I feel like it's what you need. You need that kind of dynamic. You need someone that's like working on the back end operations, and then someone out there that's just putting their face out there, trying to connect with as many people as possible, and just like, yeah, putting it on the map. That's me, bro.
You're the networker.
I'm the networker. But tonight we're networking, bro. No. And I would say you're one of like the most connected entrepreneurs, or one of the most connected entrepreneurs, just from who you've met specifically in the info space, and you know, meeting big creators, working at WAP, working with Emon, like all these big guys. How would you say knowing all these different entrepreneurs from around the world has kind of helped you with building your business, with even just your journey as an entrepreneur over time?
Honestly, it hasn't helped up until now. Like, I think in the beginning, networking is actually not something anyone should focus on.
Yeah.
You just need to focus on yourself, because why would anyone want to connect with you if you have nothing to provide?
Exactly, bro.
And so I've never focused on networking. I've actually said that like networking is bullshit. You could probably clip that somewhere. And now I'm gonna flip it, because I'm talking about how I'm making money from networking. But I've just focused on like becoming someone that people would actually get value out of. And so when I first got connected to these people, I was never even trying to connect with anyone. I was just super dialed in on what I was doing, and it attracted people to me. And then from there, the network kept expanding, because I had actually value to provide at the time. So you shouldn't focus on networking in the beginning. You just focus on building something cool and being able to provide value to people, and then the network will just spawn in. And then once you actually have something cool that provides value to people, then networking becomes a benefit, because you can actually, like, when you connect with someone, a business deal happens, you make money. Like right now, I'm in a phase where I'm realizing, like, maybe I do need to just go to F1, go to Saint-Tropez, go to where everyone goes, because if I'm there and I meet people, business deals will happen. I'll make a lot of money, because we have something really unique to provide to people now.
Yeah, it's like, it's a win-win, bro. It's like, go live a sick fucking life and make way more money.
Yeah. It's interesting once you get like to separate levels. You get to the point where it actually sitting at the desk and working is like a little bit ineffective. I feel like obviously someone needs to be doing that. Maybe you have a team, maybe you do spend some time, but like, so there's so much money in just knowing the right people.
Yeah, it's like that 0 to 20K month mark. It's like just grind. Like just do the work and actually get yourself to where you're someone worth knowing. Because I have so many people that hit me up and be like, yo, bro, can I tag along? Like, I'm looking into the online space. I'm like, what do you mean?
Hey, G, let's connect, bro.
Let's connect. Let's go. How many coffee chats do you get? Let's go get a coffee, bro.
So many, bro.
And it's like, it's like if it's someone cool, like, 100% I'm down to go link. But they've already shown me that they have value to provide, and they're someone worth knowing.
Man.
Fire, bro. This is peak life right now.
It is, bro.
How would you say it's been over the last year, just becoming desensitized to a lot of the stuff? Because I know myself, like, traveling and doing this constantly, and just like, if I was to be put in this position like 2 years ago, like, I'd be fucking tweaking, right? And it's like, you just do it so much that you become desensitized, and like, whenever you go into a new country, you're never like super excited as like you used to be when you would never travel. How's that kind of been over the past couple of years, like making money online, starting to live a sick lifestyle?
Honestly, I think for me, I got desensitized to this whole lifestyle pretty early on. So I started making my first like 10K a month when I was like 16.
Fuck, that's wild.
But also, I think one of the biggest reasons why I got desensitized to money so early on is because I went to a private school. And I went to a private school. There was like 400 kids in my school. My grandpa used the last bit of his retirement money to send me there. Like, we weren't super well off, but I was around a bunch of kids that were like really well off. Like, there was a girl in my school. Every time we'd break, like spring break, she'd be on a PJ to Florida.
Damn.
And so I saw that. There was a kid that was pulling up to school in a Audi R8.
Yeah.
And so I was around a bunch of people that had money. I saw the way they moved. And I went on a few trips with my friend, and I saw how the way his family moved. Like, they have a really big portfolio of houses and all of that. And I think that just, like, showed me what was possible and showed me that I didn't have it.
Yeah.
And just gave me the drive to want it. But I never really was, like, super wowed that I could think of, other than maybe the first few times I experienced that. Like, I actually came to Asia in 8th grade, Vietnam, Thailand, Cambodia. Traveled just with my friends on, like, a school trip.
Yeah, wow.
And so, like, it opened my eyes to the world. And then from there, I just had the hunger to, like, fucking make it happen, because I felt like such a lack being surrounded by all these people that have so much.
Yeah.
And I it's interesting because I've met quite a few people that are really well off that went to private schools as well. I wouldn't say that it's like, if you go to private school, you're going to be well off, because everyone that I went to school with is, like, not. I think it's just because they were handed everything. But it's very interesting if you're surrounded by people that are, like, way ahead of you or have more than you, and you don't have it. It just creates, like, a massive gap and creates, like, this insane drive to achieve that.
What was that, like, turning point? Because I know for me it was just, like, literally watching an Iman video. It was like watching a vlog of him in, like, Cape Town or some shit. Like, what was your turning point for when you were 16 to be like, fuck, I need to, like, lock in. I want to make money online?
Bro, it was honestly just, like, not being able to fucking get what I wanted, order food when I wanted to. Like, if I went to a restaurant with my friends and they would be like, yo, you want to eat? And I was like, nah, like, I don't have any money. And then they would have to take care of it. I just feel terrible with that. And so just being around a bunch of private school kids that had money and that I didn't have money just made me want to make it happen somehow. First way I went about it was not the smartest. I was selling weed in school. Got in trouble, got caught by the school. And that's when I locked in and was like, okay, I need to find out how to make money, like, in a smart, legit way through business. And then I discovered wholesaling real estate from, like, some guy on TikTok talking about it. That was the first thing I ever did to try to make money. Then I got into sneaker reselling, and then I discovered the real online world with, like, all these online communities, people selling courses, info. And then I discovered clipping shortly after that when I saw tape blow up, and I was like, oh, fuck, this is, like, a powerful tool.
Yeah. I
never took it seriously, though. I tried it. I actually ran clipping for myself when I was, like, 17 or 18.
Yeah, wow.
I was running a reselling Discord. I was, like, doing marketing for them and operating for them. And I saw tape blow up, and I was like, this is genius. We need to do this for our community. And so I, like, got on a podcast with my business partner, talked about reselling, sent it to Clippers, clipped it up, and we had to pay them through, like, Cash App and PayPal. It was a shit show, but the clips still exist out there. Yeah. There's, like, 800 clips under this hashtag we used, and it's just me and my crib when I lived with my parents talking about reselling.
Do you always use a hashtag when you're, like, clipping? Like, to track them all or to, like, see them all in one place?
Yeah, the reason we do that is, I would say maybe for the algorithm, because you're talking about Michael Jackson movie and how you can't escape it. You probably saw one video from that and liked it maybe, and then now the algorithm knows you're interested in that. So now they're showing you everything else that exists out there. And so, like, it's kind of like a funnel where, like, I don't know, I had a client this month where we posted, I think we're at 15,000 clips. I say there's one clip that went extremely viral. Someone sees it, they like it, and they've never seen him before until then. Now the algorithm knows, okay, this guy likes this content, so they start feeding him more of the other clips. And so then it gets to the point where, like, oh, I can't escape this guy at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you basically created a whole fucking business model that now everyone does. How did you get into growth operating? Like, how did you come up with the name? How did that whole thing unfold from what was, like, reselling? Before.
Yeah. It started off with us reselling. It's funny, actually, that creating the business model, it didn't just happen by accident.
Yeah.
Like, everyone asks me now, like, yo, you kind of created growth operating. And I'm like, yeah, that was, like, actually intentional. And so it started off with, we were running an offer at the time where I was just trying to teach people how to do what I did, which was, like, use a personal brand, sell some type of high-ticket offer. It was an offer called High Ticket Creator.
Yeah.
And we realized it's really hard to teach beginners, like, how to get good at content. And, like, it was really hard to get our students results. And so we're like, okay, what can we teach that we've actually done that has made us money? And we thought back and we remembered in high school, we found a reselling Discord. We saw the owner was making a ton of money. We're like, we want to do this. We tried to make our own content. Didn't work. I sucked at content back then. And so we reached out to someone and we're like, hey, can we, like, run the back end for you? And that was, like, our first experience with growth operating, but we didn't know what it was called and we sucked at what we were doing then. But that's how I was making like 10, 15K a month in high school. It was literally just like running the back end for like a reselling Discord. So I was thinking back to this and I was like, oh, pretty much anyone could do this. They don't have to make content. They get the benefit of like having a big audience, because that's literally the method nowadays to making any type of money, just having attention. So you go to where the attention's at, go find someone that's not monetizing it correctly and just help them with that. And so we're like, okay, cool. We have this idea of a business model that we've done this work that we can teach other people. We were calling it operating at the time, but we're like, operating makes people think of construction. No one's going to actually like be like, it's not going to click with someone like drop shipping or anything else. So we're like, we need like something that's like catchy. I was at this mastermind in Tampa in 2023, and I was with one of my boys, and I was like telling him about this. I was like, yo, we're about to blow this shit up. Like, this is something that's everyone's going to get on. It's going to stick. It's like going to be massive, but this word operating doesn't stick. Like, what is a good name for this? And we're sitting there spitballing ideas, and he was like, creator consultant, like he gave a few other ones and we're like, nah, those are all terrible. And he was like, bro, why don't you just put growth in front of it? And I was like, bro, that's fucking stupid. And he was like, bro, just think about it. And I actually sat there and I thought about it, and I was like, it actually does kind of have a ring to it. And I told him like, yo, I'm about to go make a couple mil with this. I'm not gonna give you anything. And then I did it, and I went and made like 2-3 mil with it. But he's an operator as well. The guy who gave me the name, his name's Philip Karks, if you know who that is. No. He's a G. He's operating at a pretty high level. And
wow.
Yeah, from there, I mean, anyone that's listening to this that wants to go start their own business model and like do that, it's not as simple as that. Like, yeah, you need a good name for whatever you're trying to push. The method also is about the way you market it. I wasn't running clipping for myself, but if like I was pushing like a retarded amount of volume of content. Like, I was posting like 2 to 3 extremely high quality reels per day, breaking down the model as simply as I could, and like saying the name every single time, so that, and those reels were getting millions and millions of views. And so like so many people saw it, and they heard me like every day multiple times talk about the model, talk about how cracked it is, and then break it down into 3 steps. I definitely oversimplified it, because it's like I'm teaching people how to run an entire business with this business model, but you have to explain anything you're trying to explain to people in like a way that they can understand in their brain, and just taking all the information. Like, and so I just broke it down into 3 simple steps, and it clicked with everyone.
Yeah, damn. And I know it's pretty hard to like forecast the future, because this business world moves so fast, especially with what we're doing. What is your goals for this end of the year, like with clipping, with propaganda? Like, where do you want to be at the end of the year? Where are you trying to scale to?
End of the year, I will be pretty upset if I am not making 150 personal profit from this agency. But I also think we're going to be able to take it way further.
Yeah.
Like, we're already at 6 figures in revenue with the agency, and we have a bunch of clients that we are like in the trial phase with that have almost unlimited budgets to spend on clipping. And so our goal is to scale this like to the moon. Like, I want to manage $1 billion of spend. It's not going to happen this year. It's not going to happen next year, but I'm working towards that. And we have everything dialed on the back end. Any client we sign, we get really good results for. And so now it's just time to like really scale and take on more clients, unlock those budgets. Like, I signed a really big company that a lot of people use nowadays is an AI company. They just raised $81 million last year.
Damn.
And they gave us like a 15K test budget, but they said, hey, if this first month goes well, next month you guys are getting 50K a month, and we'll lock in a 6-month deal and pay it up front. And so if this goes well, that's 180K. I think 180, 160K, I don't know, paid up front right there. And then I have like 4 or 5 other clients like that we just signed that have like so much money and that are ready to spend on clipping. I just want to validate the model first, and like every single client we're working with is getting amazing results. And so I think clipping's the future. There will be a ton of clipping agencies that pop up that you'll see. There'll be a lot of people that come out of this space. It's actually like the Wild Wild West with Facebook in the early days, where like, it was so cracked.
It's just like, blue ocean.
Yeah, super blue ocean right now. I pride myself in finding pockets of opportunity.
Bro, you're fucking cooking, yeah.
But I'm gonna stay in this market. Like, I want to scale really, really hard with this.
Yeah, obviously you have a really crazy product if majority of your clients are coming from referrals. But what is your plan to scale? Like, is it going to be from your own content, doing outreach? Like, how are you planning to actually scale the clipping agency now if a lot of them are coming from referrals?
Well, we're going to actually run clipping for myself. So,
Sick.
I mean, if I run a clipping agency, why would I not use clipping to grow?
Exactly.
And so, yeah, we're going to start running distribution for myself. But on top of that, a lot of networking. I'm gonna just make sure I'm in the right places with the right people. There's a lot of clients and deals that I can't really get just by like content or networking, like those governments.
Yeah.
I guess that is actually more networking than it is content. Like the two people that we're trying to talk to for that came from network. But yeah, clipping, just getting a better network, diving deeper into that, and then I don't know, see from there.
Dope. Last question, bro. What's the plans for this year with traveling, moving around for business? Like, where are you looking to go? What are you looking to do?
Yeah, so we're gonna move to Dubai this summer. After everything calms down there, lock in a place while prices are super low.
Yeah.
We were actually gonna do that before everything happened, but now it's an even better opportunity to do that. And then we're just gonna continue scaling from there. Probably travel a little bit, but we're in such a dialed phase that I don't know if I want to travel too much this year. I'm gonna honestly just like sacrifice a bit more for the next year or two, and I know if I just like live a bit more of a boring lifestyle for the next year or two and lock in like 2 years, I'm gonna be fucking set.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be in a crazy position in 2 years, and so I'm willing and ready to sacrifice a lot to make this happen.
Dope. Well, man, thank you for coming on.
100%, bro. Appreciate
Excited
you
for
having me.
tonight?
We're gonna have a good night tonight. This is gonna be it's the first time I've been out in 6 months. That's how down I've been. And so
Yeah. Let's
about to
go fucking do some networking.
Oh shit, bro! Is that? What the fuck is that, bro?
It's like a 10-liter
God.
Grey Goose.
Oh god, yeah. We're about to go.
Let's end the pod.
All right, time to run it up.